I don't want to hold the microphone for this entire time. So I have it stuffed inside a coffee cup, so I'm going to try and talk into it. But I might start talking in this direction and it won't sound as good. Welcome to the video. Okay, so I'm just going to go onto the YouTube video and I'm going to go through the comments in the order that it gives me. Do you agree to answer every question I ask? I feel like answering yes or no to this question is, I think that makes it a little boring. I need to do like, I refuse to answer, which is an answer, but it's also not an answer. So it's like I'm answering no. But the fact that I answered the question, and probably will answer, all the rest of whatever these questions are, I don't know, it's kind of like a bit of a paradox. I guess that's one way to start this. Okay, what are some beliefs on the left you agree with? I think the richest corporations should probably pay more in taxes as long as you don't completely de-incentivize them. Other things I like about the left, I like drugs and social safety nets in general. It's in moderation. I feel like if you give people too much, it is a possibility that you can sort of spread a plague of laziness over half the nation, which is kind of what happened during COVID. You need a little bit of pushback, and that's where the right comes in, and that's really just how I view politics. You see, I view politics in a Kaiser from New Vegas sort of way. You see, he taught me a lot about dialectics. You see, the left and right are both necessary components. They need each other. It's like, systems within a car, like a vehicle. The engine's job is to get as hot as possible and create as much energy as possible, and you do that. But then the radiator's job is to cool everything down, and it's like you can't really have one without the other. If one side completely has their way, then we all starve. So that's where I'm coming from. And then a specific belief held by the right that I agree with, I do like how they're combating identity politics. It's pretty annoying hearing Tucker Carlson talk about it. The right always finds a way to be really, really, really lame in whatever they're doing. But I do agree with him on that, and I own a firearm. The area I live in is kind of dangerous, and it's like if a bunch of other people have this tool that can just take away a human life in an instant, well, then I kind of want it too. Plus, it has come in handy. Like I've had to use it to defend myself. I've never shot anybody or anything, but I've gotten it out to de-escalate. It'd be nice if guns didn't exist. It'd be great if we could just make them all vanish, but that's not how any of this works. Here we go, though, the important questions. Did Shane Dawson deserve to be canceled? No. The major thing that got him canceled was he simulated masturbating in front of an ad of Will Smith's daughter, Willow, because he named his daughter after Willow Smith, and it was when she made that song, I Whip My Hair Back and Forth. She's probably like 13 or 14, something really young, and he's simulating jerking off to it, and everyone said it was pedophilic and it was disgusting and he's a creep. But no, it was a joke. It was more like satire. It was a social commentary on the fact that this 13-year-old girl is sort of being paraded out as this sex object. It was kind of pro Willow Smith. Anyway, no, he didn't deserve to be canceled. He's not a pedophile. It was ridiculous. What is your most controversial opinion on film? I don't like David Lynch, and a lot of art film people do like David Lynch, so I guess that's controversial. What's the largest object you think you could believably fit into your anus without life-threatening injury? Well, I hate to disappoint you here, but I've never actually put anything up my ass. So I don't know how much damage is caused by what girth. It's like you're asking me to try a spoonful of hot sauce without even like getting a little like a drop of it first. So I just have no idea where the damage began. I don't have a Schofield scale for ass play, unfortunately. So I don't know. I don't know what would cause life-threatening injury or what my max diameter is. I'm sorry. It's a cucumber though. Do your parents know you're gay? That's the point of this, though. You start out with like this good questions, and they get really bad and stupid, and then you end with like the stupidest. I like it. This is a good comment. Okay, this is a lot of praise, and I don't handle that too well. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like a little greedy pig inside of me loves it, but it also still kind of makes me uncomfortable. So I'm not going to focus too much on the compliments. I'm just going to read through them and, Eric, your videos are fantastic. Your channel is criminally undersubscribed to. Your videos on Terminator 2001, Children of Men, Aliens, Kubrick, Lebowski, No Country, so many others, freaking brilliant. Oh, and the Bond movies, best vids on the web. Well, and you're just going to the wrong sites, Mike. And your original films are awesome too. You are an artist through and through. I honestly don't even remember how I discovered your channel, but boy am I glad I did. You have the potential to be one of the biggest film analysis channels on YouTube if you keep at it the way you have been. Simple, honest, and brilliant. Also dug your live comedy vid, by the way. Hey, thank you. I'm glad at least a couple of my fans of my other work have been able to enjoy it. People should watch that. I'm going to upload a video of just my set and make it easy and fix the audio so people can actually watch my stand-up set if they're interested in that. Anyway, very much looking forward to future vids from you, brother. Would love to see you talk about Vertigo, Heat, Network Drive, maybe more modern obscure movies like He Never Died, Primer, or A Ghost Story. Love you, man. Psyched for more great content. Well, I love you too, Mike, and I am psyched that you're psyched. I would love to do something on Vertigo and Network. I could talk for hours about Network. Drive, I would like to get into the reception of it as of late. Heat, I don't know what I'd do with Heat. I love Heat, and I love Michael Mann, especially some of his earlier movies. God, he's great. And then your new movies, okay. He Never Died. I haven't seen that, but I will now. And Primer is great. And A Ghost Story. I have heard about A Ghost Story too. Yeah, I mean, all of these things, these are great ideas to make videos on. I might do a video on every single movie you've listed here. Who knows? Thank you for the comment, Mike, and for all your comments. Found you via your Killing Them Softly video. Damn, what a film. Glad you're getting some growth. Your essays are really informative and fun. I don't have a profound or funny question, so I'll just ask, who is a director you would like to make a video about but have not gotten to yet? It's the only language I know, and this is how well, the last comment, I mean, Michael Mann, that'd be cool. In terms of like directors still really making things, I mean, I can see people wanting to talk about Ari or the Safdie brothers or Denis or the dude that made Lighthouse and Northman. I can't remember. Edgar something, maybe. So there are all those directors that I could talk about, but no, I want to talk about Michael Bay. And I'm being serious. You'll see. Keep on rocking. Hey Eric, your work is fantastic. You are criminally underrated. Also, I wanted to ask you, are you watching or have you watched Better Call Saul? If yes, what are your thoughts on it? From what I've watched, it's a very good show. Now, do I like it as much as Breaking Bad? Probably not, but it's a completely different type of show. And I will say that I think the characters in Better Call Saul, in a lot of ways, are better. The show really takes its time, and it can kind of, get into all the nuances and little character things. I'm saying nothing now, but no, really, I really like the main character of Jimmy. Honestly, I like Jimmy more as a character than I do Walt or Jesse from Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad it's more exciting to watch, and the things that happen to Jesse and Walt are much more interesting than the things that happen to Saul. But Saul as a character on his own, I think he's more interesting. Do with that what you will. Discovered you last week thanks to After Hours, the Scorsese movie. See, I already know you're cool. If After Hours is what brought you to the channel, then you're good in my book. I really appreciate your work and your personality. Well, I appreciate you, the Lost Foreigner. Or the lost white guy, right? The lost foreigner? I should have done this sober. First off, I want to say that you don't need to worry about exploiting the war. You didn't purposefully create a video to take advantage. A past video simply became more relevant and garnered a lot of traffic, which happened by chance. Just like the algorithm promoting small YouTubers' original video happens by chance. Of course, it happened off the back of a tragedy, and it's a completely normal reaction to feel bad about that, but don't direct those bad feelings towards yourself. Smiley face. Thank you, Woods. You are very good at putting words out there, you know, and making them all word-like and good. So my question, I really loved your Bioshock video. I just wanted to know how long it took you to make that one, and if there are any other games you hold in such high regard, and maybe plan on making a video about? Well, that Bioshock video, that took a really long time, because, well, for one thing, I had to play through the entire game, and I decided to play through it on hard, because I'm a masochist, and I also tried to collect all the intel and develop, figure out the lore, and Wikipedia helped a lot with that too. Like, I didn't find every single thing. I didn't do everything there was to do in the game, but I really wanted to fully immerse myself in it. And then actually, like, writing the script to it. It's just, it was a lot of writing. It was a lot of words, and then in the edit trying to get those words to match up with specific instances in this game, a game that is, you know, a playthrough is 30 to 50 hours long or something like that, and you're trying to go through 30 to 50 hours of footage to find the thing including the time that I played the game, we're into hundreds of hours for that video. And are there any other games that I hold in such high regard? New Vegas is, in my opinion, probably the best video game ever made, and I already have a video on New Vegas, so if you haven't watched that, check it out, everybody. But in terms of other games, honestly, I can't think of a game that's as cerebral as New Vegas or Bioshock. But I do really like Halo, and I love the Halo lore, and someday I'd love to just throw out videos on the Halo lore and see how many subscribers I could lose. I haven't actually ever played Last of Us 2, but I'm going to be getting like an old PlayStation so I can play through Last of Us 2 and see if it's really as great or as absolutely terrible as everyone says. If it's like my experience with any other aspect of life at all, it's probably neither one of those. But I don't know. I'd love to be wrong and have it be really terrible or really great. Either way, I could make a good video out of it, so I will be doing that. Came for Christopher Hitchens. I, too, come for Christopher Hitchens. Came for Christopher Hitchens. Stayed for the film analyses and creativity. Honestly, I love stumbling upon channels like yours. These are the real gems. This is what YouTube is really about, and was supposed to be about. I appreciate that you're a real dude, keeping it real. Doesn't seem to be many left nowadays. Keep being your humble self. It's refreshing. Looking forward to seeing what you put out in the future. And you should feel no shame in the fact a video you posted years ago is getting attention. You're not grifting. P.S. You're not fat. You see, Matt, because of your last sentence there, I'm beginning to doubt all the other things you said in this comment. Are you just lying to me? Are you just lying? No, I'm pretty overweight. I mean, is it like the first thing people are going to notice about me? Am I like 400 pounds? And the first identifiable, thing that people think of to describe me is, that guy's really fat. Maybe if I was in Europe, but no, either way, I need to lose weight though. I'm starting keto. That's it. That's it. I just reached that moment. That's the moment that every pathetic internet person gets to when they're talking to strangers on the internet about their diet. I did it. Sing. Don't react. It's a little bossy. Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will everybody wants to rule the world. Everybody wants to rule the world. No, I can do better than that. P.S. Matt, don't do that to his ego. He is fat. Love you, Eric.
Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule.
Your channel is super underrated, man. I loved the Forrest Gump analysis video. I watched The Mexican, which I'd never even heard of before your video on it. Super good movie, thanks for the recommendation. The more recent video about Ukraine and how Fox is handling it was really funny. Love your content. Thank you, Jackson. Pretty low-hanging fruit, but I love your beanie. I'm not the most attentive subscriber, probably only watch about half of your vids as they come out, and I subbed from the Squid Games video. I'm looking forward to seeing your upcoming projects and such, and I hope you can keep up the good work, but make sure not to stress yourself out and force stuff out, like I just had to do with those words. No, I mean, I don't feel stressed at all about it's like I just want to make you happy. Go ahead and try to break down some of the anime movies from the 80s, 90s, for their meaning from your perspective. I'm reading it like an asshole. I'm trying to, it's just like, go ahead and try to break down some of the anime. I know how you go ahead and try to break down some of the anime movies from the 80s and 90s for their meaning from your perspective. I don't see the same type of intimate darkness from them anymore in modern cartoons. Okay. Just tell me which ones. I'll check them out. It's not cocky or douchey, man. You sure? What's your favorite Terry Gilliam film, and did you think Don Quixote was as meh as I did? Well, gotta be honest with you. I'm kind of a poser. Haven't seen Don Quixote. I've seen a few of Terry Gilliam's films. They're all pretty good from what I've seen. Probably 12 Monkeys. I mean, I don't know. Most of the time I don't know what I'm talking about. And then Brazil's really good. And yeah, I guess I need to watch Don Quixote, huh? Thank you for reminding me that that exists. What's in the works for the rest of 22? What have you learned in releasing your video essays on YouTube? I.e., what your expectations were for them, how your style has changed, retrospectively looking at your work. Okay, so in the works for 22. The major thing is I'm trying to make a movie. It may even end up being full length. I really like the screenplay. Have a few people excited about it, invested in it. So there's the big movie, that's the big project. Obviously video essays and answering these questions and looking at your guys' comments. You've provided me with a ton of content. Also, I'm going to be moving into like a music house show venue thing, the place where we did the stand-up comedy. So I'll be streaming all sorts of shows and just that sort of stuff. Group type things to the channel. Maybe a podcast or something like that. What have I learned in releasing your video essays on YouTube? YouTube in general has taught me a lot. It's taught me how to take a loss and to bounce back from what is essentially a horrible defeat when you spend 100 hours on a video and it gets no views, but you just keep trying. And eventually along the way, you get enough positive comments, enough positive reinforcement that it starts to become more worthwhile the more you keep doing it. And I guess I just don't have any expectations now. It's not like I need it to blow up. It's not like I'm counting on it. It's just, hey, whatever happens, happens. I've given up on hope. It's actually very freeing. I think the biggest way that my style has changed, at least in making video essays, film analysis and whatnot, I think my videos are a little shorter, but they still probably have the same amount of content, if not more content. I'm just, I've gotten better at being more concise, on not being as wordy, on not doing exactly what I'm doing now. Brevity. Or I'm just lazier and my videos are shorter. But I think I've gotten better at, Okay, those were all the comments. Thank you so much for leaving them, and we're already to 6,000, so I guess I'll do another one of these videos around 10,000 if I get there. It'd be amazing if I did. I don't know. I don't know if I will, honestly. But who knows? Thank you.